Hi everyone, my name is Emily and welcome back to Gridiron and Grace. In today's video, I'm going to be decorating with all of my patriotic red, white, and blue decor for summer. I'm so excited to get these items styled in my home. I can't wait to bring you along. But before we get to decorating, I want to take just a minute to remember all of those who have sacrificed their lives for our freedom. Greater love has no one than this, than to lay down one's life for one's friends. John 15:13. Please join me in a moment of silence as we remember all of the brave men and women who have fought so hard for our country and for our freedom. And may we always remember that freedom's never free. Starting right here beside my hutch, I decided to put one of my new vintage inspired firework boxes on wood decor. I shared an Etsy shop with y'all a few videos ago, and they were so sweet to send me some of these. So I decided to put this one right here, and I think it's so cute. And now I'm just going to change out the florals that I have in this galvanized pitcher. They're all white florals with a little greenery stem behind it. I got these from Hobby Lobby and Target, and I just think it's perfect for the summer season, and it pulls in that white. And then I'm going to add just a little July 4th little wood decor in front of it, just to bring out some red to this area. Now we're moving to the inside of my hutch, and there were a few shelves that I knew the decor I wanted to put on there, but I knew that some of these pieces had to come out. So I'm just going to start by removing the items off of this bottom shelf, because I knew I wanted to make this a pretty big display with my red, white, and blue items. I started by adding my Ray Dunn Freedom Bowl, and then I went in with this Land That I Love piece that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I decided to display it on top of the bowl. I really like how this looks, and I think it just makes such a statement, and I like to hide some of the mirror behind my hutch when I can, so if I can find taller pieces, I definitely like to display those. Then I'm also going to go in with some of these white farmhouse beads. I think they're just perfect and just tie in the red, white, and blue decor. I also added this new little white and red vase that I thrifted, and just added a pop of eucalyptus greenery inside. I thought it needed to be raised a little bit, so I just displayed it on top of one of my cupcake stands. On this top shelf, I added one of my little bell ornaments, another one of those wood word decor, and this one says America. And then I also added my new little fireworks ornament on top of this cheese dish, and I think it just brings the perfect amount of patriotic decor to this little shelf. Moving to the middle of my hutch, on the center shelf, I added these new red, white, and blue picks that I got from Hobby Lobby into my little vintage creamer. I love how that turned out. And then I'm adding this little America since 1776 sign that I got from one of my favorite stores. It was called This'll Do Nicely in Tennessee. Sadly, it's closed, but I have several 4th of July decor from there that I've gotten over the years. To the top of this little galvanized measuring cup, I'm adding another one of those wooden words. This was definitely a favorite purchase of mine for this year. I got the whole pack of words for like $2 from Hobby Lobby. They were in the craft section, but I've definitely found lots of uses for them. And then this little piece right here, this little windmill piece, my mama picked up for me when she was on vacation in Holland, Michigan. And as soon as she gave it to me, I knew they would be perfect to add to my patriotic decor. So I'm really excited to add that right here in my hutch. I love how this hutch turned out, and I decided to leave the little gold bell there because it just reminded me of the Liberty Bell, and I thought it was perfect to flow with the decor that I was adding for the 4th of July. On the left side of my hutch, on the top shelf, I added this new little candle lamp that I thrifted for the red, white, and blue color of it. Another one of those wooden word decor, and then also this little vintage star ornament. I thought it looked cute paired with a little freedom word, and really like little touches to this shelf as well. The last shelf we're going to work on in my hutch is this bottom left shelf, and I decided to put those little, they're actually reusable paper towels, but I thought that they would be cute for the little background on this shelf with the stars. I added another one of those vintage ornaments. This one says USA, and then to bring in a little bit more of that red color, I'm just adding some faux apples. To this little stool beside my hutch, I'm adding one of those placemats that I got that is pretty like jute feel, and it's red, white, and blue. Then I'm also adding a basket that is filled with some more of those faux apples, and then I'm adding an America the Beautiful sign in front of this little setup, and I think it's just the perfect little touch of red, white, and blue. Putting just a few touches at my coffee bar, starting with this little coffee mug with the red truck and American flag in the back. And then I'm going to be adding this potato chips home style vintage inspired tin that I thrifted. It's the Pioneer Woman brand. And then in it, I'm adding this greenery piece that I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby after Christmas. It's just like a greenery floral piece with white pit berries and also little red leaves. And I'm telling you, it is one of the the best thing that I've ever found on clearance. I used it during my Valentine's Day decor, pulling it out for the 4th of July, and then I can use it again at Christmas. So definitely a $4 well spent. The last little piece that I'm going to add is this little vintage flag inspired ornament, and I got it from that same store in Tennessee that I told you I got some of my other little signs from that I absolutely love, and I love how the top of my little coffee bar area turned out for the summer. I'm going to do a little display over here in front of my cutting board. So to the collection that I already have, I'm adding this little cutting board with a star on there, and then a little wood decor piece that has a wagon with fireworks. I'm also going to do a small tiered tray over here, but I thought it needed to be elevated, so I just put it on this little riser, and I'm just going to add some pieces to this, starting with my new set of Ray Dunn little bowls. And I just think that this area comes together really nicely. Glad I decided to do a small tier tray right here. I am going to do a larger tier tray on my table, but we'll decorate that in just a minute. Now we are going to work on one of my favorite places to style for each season and holiday, and that is my mantle and my hearth. I'm just going to begin by taking everything off of my mantle, or almost everything. I am going to leave the dough bowl with the greenery and the gold candle sticks in there, but I think this might be one of my favorite ways that I've decorated my mantle since moving into this home. So I'm just going to let you watch me decorate, and I'll talk you through how I'm decorating, but really like how it turned out. I started by adding this large USA sign to serve as kind of the center focal point, and then in front of my dough bowl I'm adding these red, white, and blue stars that I got from Hobby Lobby last year. I did display these on my mantle last year and I loved it, so I knew that I wanted to recreate that look again. On On the left side, I'm just starting with this basket that I just put some pitberry or a pitberry garland, and the pitberries are red, white, and blue. I love them, and I just have them kind of flowing out of this basket. Really like how that looked. And now I'm going in with some more of those vintage inspired wood blocks that are displayed to look like sparkler boxes. I knew that I wanted to display these on my mantle, and you'll see that I'm going to put 2 on this side and then also 2 on the other side, and they are just so adorable to me. I will leave the Etsy shop that I got these from down below in my description box, as well as my discount code to see if it's still active. But yeah, really cute. I'm so glad to incorporate these in my decor this year. On the right side, I'm adding these little firecrackers that I got from Hobby Lobby last year, but I wanted to elevate them a little bit. So I just put this box under them and then another one of those wood decor words. And then I'm going to put the little sparkler boxes beside it. I just think it complements the decor that I have on the other side. And then to finish this area up, I'm going to add these little firecrackers. They are actually like wood. I got them in the craft section at Hobby Lobby, but I think that it just ties this whole little area together with these little, like it's like a little firework stand. On my hearth, I'm just going to replace this basket that I had sitting there with this new basket that I thrifted. I'm just going to put the same decor back on there. Just keep it simple. I'm just putting my little dolly and my beads and this little greenery piece, just how I had the other basket styled, but just going to put this in my basket that has some red stars on there that I thrifted. And then beside there, I'm adding my new truck. This is one of my favorite new pieces that I got this year, although I'm sure that Rowdy will play with it more than it sits up here for decor. But I'm going to sit it beside this basket, and I'm going to fill it with those red, white, and blue gingham stars. I'm going to keep it very simple on this side because I really like my stool and books that I have on here with this little dolly. So I'm just going to add this little hat that has a candle in there that I thrifted, and add one of those wooden words beside it. Since I do have a lot going on my mantle, I wanted to keep my hearth pretty simple, but I think it's the perfect touch. I love to change these little planters on my wall out for each season, and I usually just put a little pitberry stem in there. And I got these pitberry stems last year at Hobby Lobby. They're red, white, and blue with like that vintage red color, and I really like how they look in these galvanized planters on my wall. On this tobacco basket in my living room, I added this stars and stripes pendant, and then I also added a little bow to the top of it just to give it a little bit more color over here, and really like how it turned out. Now we are going to work on styling my tiered tray in the middle of my table, and I did use another one of those placemats to go on the bottom of it just to give it a little bit more texture and color. And then I'm just going to start putting different pieces on here. I will show you the different pieces as I'm putting them on the tray. I'm going to start with my Rae Dunn strawberry and blueberry little fruit strainers, and I have some faux strawberries, blueberries, and cherries that I'm going to add in there. Once I got my little fruit strainers placed on the bottom of the tray, I added my last little vintage inspired fireworks wood decor, and then on either side of there I'm adding my two little bells that I got from Hobby Lobby, and then I'm going in with these little ornaments that I got last year from the thrift store. I'm going to put one in my blueberries and one in my strawberries. I think one says America and the other says 4th of July, but they're just little cute navy star ornaments. Now we're going to move to the top of my tiered tray, and I'm going to start by placing these galvanized star molds. I absolutely love this. I thrifted this for $3, and I knew that my tiered tray was somewhere that I wanted to try to sit it. I added my little freedom beaded garland on here, and then I did place this little sign, and then I decided to do a little bit of rearranging. So I am going to put one of these bells on the top up here. The God Bless America sign that I put up there I got from that same shop in Tennessee that I've told you I had several of those little wooden 4th of July decor pieces from, because I still had this little flag ornament and I wanted to find a space for it. So I just moved some things around, but I really love how my tiered tray turned out, and I think it makes a perfect table centerpiece for the 4th of July. I originally thought that I wanted to put this garland on my mantle, but I decided that I had enough up there, and so I decided to put it on my, or like drape it on my hutch, and I really like how it looks. I feel like it just brought some more red, white, and blue to this area, and I love this little garland. I'm so glad I decided to go with this one, and I'm so glad that I decided to put it on my hutch because I really like how it looks. And I'm just going to show you the last few little areas that I added some red, white, and blue patriotic summer decor to, and then that's going to be the end of today's video. I really hope that you enjoy coming along and decorating with me, adding some patriotic decor throughout my home, and I pray that you all have a wonderful summer and that we will never forget what our freedom has cost, and that we will always thank God and the many women and men who have fought and died for our freedom so that we can enjoy this very special holiday, the 4th of July. Friends, I would really appreciate a big thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. If you happen to be new, it would mean so much if you would subscribe and join my community here on YouTube. And I will see you all in the very next one. Bye, friends.